Okay, let's go. Hey guys, hope you're well today. I've got my good friend and client Jim Sandy in North Carolina here to tell us a little bit about his experience in the YCB Academy. Jim, can you tell us a little bit about yourself, please?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm 47 years old. I'm a CPA. I work in development and in real estate primarily, and fund management as well. So I'm pretty busy guy in general.
Absolutely. Yeah, you definitely have your hands full, man.
Yep.
Definitely a busy lad. Awesome, brother. Cool. So basically, we'll kick off with where were you when we first started? So basically, where were you with your fitness? Where were you with your life before you started the program?
Yeah. So I'll break it into two pieces, right?
Mhm.
But really, it's holistic. So I referenced a minute ago is I got tons going on. Family, professionally, and so forth.
Mhm.
And health has always been something I've pushed to the back burner. For many years. Even starting back in school, in college,
Mhm.
health was not on top of the radar. It was always about my professional and accomplishments, and then my family second, and my health kind of third.
Mhm.
I basically had a mind shift in that over the course of the last few years. I
Mhm.
started to look more closely at what I'm consuming, longevity. Am I now that I'm in my 40s? What's my path toward a heart attack or toward having a healthy life when I get into my 60s and 70s and so forth? And so
Okay.
that's been a big focus for me for the last 5 years.
Mhm.
But also when I get into I get into patterns and cycles from a health perspective. I'll drop a lot of weight. I'll get healthy but I do it from a goal-driven perspective because that's
Mhm.
my
Mhm.
temperament.
Mhm.
But I often find that when the goal was gone and I've accomplished it, I lax back, and so I'll rebound
Mhm.
basically from a weight perspective and health and
Mhm.
habits and so forth.
Okay.
Um, so that's kind of
Okay.
where I was. I think when I was you know, kind of figuring out what I'm going to do this year from
Mm.
a 2021 goals perspective and so forth.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember when you first started, mate. You know, you had your meditation going. You had a lot of like stuff like that
Yeah.
going, and you really wanted to make sure we got the fitness side and the weight down and that sort of stuff. So
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
definitely had the
Exactly.
holistic side going already, and you're already on the right path, right?
Yeah. I mean, I had
Yeah.
already
Yeah.
made changes
Mm.
before we started talking.
Mhm.
But but maybe kind of moving to your next question. It's
Mm.
you know, I I knew that I was going to need additional help to stay
Yep.
focused and to guide me and
Yep.
to help me learn what I needed to do from a long-term perspective. And
Yep.
I can research and Google like anybody else,
Mm.
but there's a lot of information out there, and it's a matter of what did my body need, and then how can I break through the cycle that I was seeing, and do it efficiently. I mean, because my time is one of the
Yep.
most important factors that I have, and so
Exactly.
that was
Yeah.
really kind of where we met and started to talk.
Yeah, exactly, brother. Exactly. And like I said, it brings on to the next question. So why was the ultimate decision to join, Jim? What was the ultimate decision for you, buddy? And
Yeah, I
why
mean,
did you decide?
yeah. So, I mean, you were credible. I feel like I could
Respect.
trust
Mm.
you. And I
Respect.
think that's huge because there's tons of people that were, marketing to me. And so I was drawn to you from your personality, and I think your credibility was
Thanks,
was,
buddy.
was good. And I knew I needed it, and I wanted to invest in myself. This is an area I invest in all kinds of stuff. I mean, I
Hmm.
invest in continuing education for my CPA licensing. I invest in all kinds of seminars. I mean,
Mm.
thousands of dollars, and so to invest in my
Yep.
health, I thought was a logical step.
Yeah, it was definitely something you needed. And you, I mean, you invest for a living. I mean, your job's property, right? So involve that
Yeah,
investing is
yeah. I
something
mean,
good.
part of the mind shift I've had over the last few years is that I'm much a better producer when I'm in much better mental and physical health,
Hmm. Hmm.
and they go together. So
Absolutely.
lack of sleep, stress, resolve management,
Hmm.
all of that flows out. But
Hmm.
even burning some calories and sweating is super good for
That's it.
management of all those things as well.
That's it, brother. Absolutely, man. And brings us to sort of, was there any point or any reason why you almost didn't join, or was there anything you were skeptical about before jumping on board?
Yeah, I mean, I had to check out a little bit. I think
Of course.
I didn't know you before this,
On
right? So
yeah.
I think that's part of it.
Mhm.
And then just figuring out, what the cost factor is, right? I think that those are really the two pieces. Is I knew I needed it. It's just a matter of, were you the guy, and then what's the right investment amount?
Exactly. Yeah, and I mean, money's a real thing. It's hard for people to talk about. But yeah, I mean, the investment and the return are a real thing, and we definitely just got we figured something that would work for you, and we went from there, right? So
Yeah.
Awesome, brother. What specific results, Jim, did you achieve in the program? Tell us about that, man.
Yeah, I mean, so I think from the time we met, I've lost about 40 pounds,
Wow.
and even weight. Again, from a mind shift perspective, before we even started talking, it wasn't really about the number on the scale.
Mm.
It was about the way I felt. It was about the
Mm.
way that I was able to focus and perform my work. It was about stress management. These are the main factors that drove me. And I think over time, you told me, early on that I would like it, and I definitely like looking in the mirror and feeling better in the way I look. But I think when I started to actually see some of the muscle definition coming and the fat leaving, then I started getting pretty damn excited about it. So
Yeah. Absolutely. Like you said, it's not all that physical side of things. It was about your energy levels and being productive and all that kind of stuff as well, wasn't it? And
yeah,
I just had a look before here at your chart. I think it was about 20 centimeters or 15, 20 centimeters off the waist, guys. So that's almost a ruler's worth of body fat going off,
yeah,
off Jim here,
yeah.
and he's looking fantastic. But you should be extremely proud of what you achieved so far, man.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. What piece of advice you think helped you the most out of the whole program?
Yeah, I can't point it to one. I think just overall, it's a holistic approach. I mean, it's cardio, it's strength training, it's muscle building, it's food, it's tracking the food. I think those are the cornerstones. But yeah, I think I know if you don't track it in measurement, then you're not going to see improvements. I think that those are probably the biggest foundations of it. So tracking the food is a key first step that has to carry through, and even through our journey. There's weeks where I'm like, I just don't want to do this, and then I get back on track. I'm more energized, right? And the same for the workouts. It's just a matter of consistency. And I think that's something I've already had built in myself. It really probably something that it's built in your system, and I appreciate that. But it's not something I really learned from it. But I think I think holistically what you've provided is a good program, because it includes those factors.
Good, man. I'm super glad about it. And like you said, you're always a motivated guy. I mean, in terms of me making you accountable, it's still very helpful and motivating, right?
Yeah.
But to have that tracking and to make sure you're heading in the right direction and you're doing the right things, which is the important part, because you can track all day. If you're doing it the wrong way or going the wrong direction, you're completely doing the wrong things, then you completely get it wrong. So you save yourself a lot of time and a lot of heartache in the future, brother. So awesome, brother. Listen, finally, is there anyone you would recommend for the program? Anyone specifically, any type of person out there, maybe watching, maybe just on the fence thinking, I don't know. I mean, is anyone you recommend out there?
I mean, I can recommend anybody that's in my position. I mean, so anybody that's busy, right? I think what you put together is helpful. I mean, you're going to have to invest time. I mean, even when it comes down to, you're not going to be able to hit it for 15 minutes a day. So that's not realistic. You're going to have to put some investment into yourself from a time perspective. But I think Andre's got a good program here. I would recommend it to anybody that's busy and not busy and that wants to see changes in their health, which is should be everybody, right?
Awesome. Yeah, thanks. There's many guys out there, and you're just that busy, work orientated, family life. So thanks for that, Tim. Listen, it's been a pleasure training you. We're still going to build some muscle and get those abs out, bro. So we're almost at the peak, and I'm looking forward to more gains. And thanks for sharing that today, Jim. Thank you very much.
Right on. Yep. All right.
Thank you so much.